superstars, and welcome to your art lesson for today. Now today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be drawing outlines in felt tip. Now I hope you all have a felt tip at home or a pen of some sort. I'm sure you will. So let's have a look at the learning objective. So today what we're going to do, we are going to learn about the artist Julian O.P. Okay, a very famous artist. So let's have a look. So this is a cartoon image of Julian O.P. and it's a cartoon for a reason. We'll come across a little bit in that. We'll look at that in a little bit more detail in a second. So all about Julian O.P. Julian O.P. was born in 1958 and it says present, and that means he's still alive, and he is from Britain, so he's British. He began drawing aged 11 and he draws anything in the world around him. He remembers getting an art prize at around the age of 12 after carving a bar of soap into a Henry Moore sculpture, which is very, very hard, carving a bar of soap. He thinks this first inspired him to explore art. So the main themes that can be seen in his work include the human body and the inspiration from art in history. Many of his works show black outlines filled with flat colour, and sometimes a head is represented by a circle with a space where the neck should be. Okay, so we'll have a look at that more in a second. So these are some images of some pictures and images that Julian O.P. has created. Okay, now what we're going to do in a second, we're going to have a look at these, have a look at each image, and then Miss Dunn's going to ask you some questions. Sorry, my mind went crazy then. So we've got this one here. It looks like it's kind of like near a shopping centre on a wall. You can see that there's a gap where the head is, and you can see the black outline of the body. We've got this one here. Oh, sorry, this one's called Alone in a Crowd. This one is called Elena Schoolgirl. So you can see it's coloured this one. It's still got the black outline. It's not showing loads and loads of detail, but it still shows you enough to show that it is quite a young girl. This one is called Unknown, and it's, I'm presuming it's a lady because there's a skirt. She's got no feet, her legs there. She's got a coat, she's crossing her arms, but it's still got that black outline, hasn't it? Now there's two images here. Ludivine, and it says left, so this must be Ludivine, and it looks like the back of someone's head and their hair is plaited. And this one looks like a man from a side view, and I'm saying a man because there's a beard that's quite distinct, isn't there? But still, it's got that black outline, but that image has more features rather than just like the circle with no neck. And then there's this one here on a special post type of thing made out of lights, and you can see it's got a circle head with no neck. So are you ready for my questions? So what can you see in the picture? That's an easy one, isn't it? You don't need to write these down, just have a think. What can you see in the picture? If there were sounds for these paintings, what would the sounds be? So you can pause it and come back to the video in a minute. What has the artist made the images out of? So each image here is made out of something different, isn't it? What do you think they could be? What shapes and colours can you see in the painting? That's a very interesting one because each image has a different shape and also different colours, doesn't it? And the last one, why do you think the artist Julian O.P. made it? Okay, so you can have a think about those questions, go back, pause the video once I've asked them, and you can answer them in your own time. Like I said, you don't need to write anything down. So these are looking at the images just a little bit closer up and just focusing on one image at a time. So this is Elena Schoolgirl. Like I said, it's made of colour. You can see the black outline. You can see the features even though they're quite minimal. And you can see that it's almost got like a cartoon effect, hasn't it? And if you think all the way back to this image, that's exactly the same, isn't it? Like Julian O.P. You can see minimal features, but not loads and loads and loads of them. Now there's this one, walking outside the Hugh Lane Gallery. Now, this one is made up of lights, isn't it? Tiny little dots. And you can still see the outline, but it's not a black outline. It's like an orangey yellow outline, isn't it? But you can still see that it is a person. Now this image that I said was a woman, you can see because she's got her legs out, she's got a skirt on, her coat, she's showing a little bit of an attitude, and she's got a nice little hat on, but she's missing that neck part, isn't she? Which is quite common in some of the Julian RP images. Now there's Ludovine and there's Luke. So Ludovine and Luke, a plaited head from the back, so you can't actually see what's going on. It looks a little bit like Miss Dunn's hair going a bit crazy. And then this one are the side portraits, so you can still see features, but they are very, very minimal. And then there's this one. I love this one. So alone in a crowd. Now you can see the body silhouette. You can see the outline. You can tell that they're men, they're women, and it looks like the picture's just repeated because these three, and then these three, and then these three, they're just moving slightly, aren't they? So, but it also looks like they don't actually have feet, which is a little bit bizarre, isn't it? So what I'd like you to do, okay, it says how many different body shapes can you make? So I'm going to have a do with you with this. So my first body shape, let me move my chair, let me budge back. I'm going to do my yoga pose, arms up, leg to the side, and oh, can't balance, leg to the side. And I wonder if I could draw my body shape like this. Try and keep still. My next one is my running one. I hope you're joining in, year 3. I'm going to do my running one, like I'm running really fast. And then my next one is my dancing one. Miss Dunn is at a disco and she's dancing and she's going do, 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 do. And I'm dancing. You could also do a dab. There's lots of different ones. You could do a floss. I got really confusing. Right, so, I'm back. So what we're going to do today, you could get your grown-ups to take a photo of you doing one of your moves, and then I'd like you to draw out the outline of it. Okay, so I have done one of these. I'm going to show you now. So what I've done here is I've cheated a little bit, but this is absolutely fine. What I've done is I've drawn a body outline using pencil, okay? So I can really get that body outline. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over it in marker. So I'm going with let me put another magnet down there to keep it in place. I'm going with the traditional circle head of Julian RPs. Okay, and you can see that. So then I'm not going to do the neck. Do the neck missing just like Julian RP did. Okay. Now, I'm not an artist by no means, but this is what I'm trying to do. And then I'm going to draw the body and the foot. Looks a little bit like Morph off Art Attack. I think you grown-ups might know who that is. There we go. And that is my person. My person looks like they're running there, but that's not what they're doing. Miss Dunn has gone a little bit too far, as I always do. And my image is of Bethany. Okay, wonder if you can guess what my Bethany is doing in this image. Any ideas? Any ideas, superstars? She's riding her scooter. How amazing is that? So you could do a few of these just showing different movements that you can do. You could do a dab, you could do a floss. I'd recommend sketching it out in a pencil first and then going over it in a felt tip so that you can really see the outline. It doesn't have to be a black felt tip. It could be any colour because as you saw in the images, it doesn't matter what colour it is as long as there is an outline that's quite a dark colour that really makes it stand out. Okay, superstars, I hope this is okay. I cannot wait to see your amazing pictures. Please make sure you take a photo and send them to me. Okay, superstars, bye.